Okay, so this is my review of the Artillery X1 Sidewinder. It is a 300 by 300 by 400 print base, which is one of the larger print spaces out there. Not so much like the 200 by 200 on the Ender 3, which I have here and over here as well. So I'm going to show you how I got that to go from this box to this, and how I got this to go to this. So as you can see here, I completely built the Sidewinder, and right off the bat, the first thing I noticed was it is hands down one of the quietest printers I have ever heard. I've only ever had Ender 3s, and they really haven't bothered me, and I didn't really think that they were noisy until I now hear or don't hear this. So that's honestly the first thing that jumped out at me. The fans are super quiet. You can't hear anything out of the hot end of the accesses, and I think that's mainly due to the gantry being a little bit bigger. You got a little bit more support. You have dual stepper motors, which you don't have on the Ender 3. So it is something that kind of ties into everything being quiet. Another big difference between this and the Ender 3 is the Ender 3 is not direct port. This is. So I'll go over that in a little bit, but basically, instead of using a Bowden tube to put the filament into the hot end, it's actually going directly through this filament runout detector all the way down into the extruder here, or not, and into the hot end itself. So what that does is it allows for less mechanical parts, and it also allows less clogging and other issues and things like that. So it's definitely a step up. Right now I'm printing out a calibration cube, and I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. But so far this is have been an amazing machine, and I got this one bigger because I'm going to be doing a lot bigger prints. So I'm going to be doing a full-size Captain Rex armor. I'm going to be building a full-size Iron Man suit. I'm going to be doing Thor's hammer. So I'm going to be doing a lot of big props, and not that I can't knock them out on both my Enders. It just saves me the welding time, which I don't mind so much, but I'd rather have the print in one full section. It just, in my opinion, gives it a better quality, a little bit easier to sand. Just a lot more things that I can do with a bigger printer. So I think from here on out, my next printers are going to be either the 300 by 300 by 400 or bigger. I think that I'll just keep the 203s the way I have them, as far as size-wise and everything. But I don't think I'll be purchasing another Ender 3. I think from here on out, I'm just going to be getting bigger printers. I might get another Artillery depending on this one works out. I mean, I'm only a couple hours into it. So there's also, you know, the Creality, the CR10S Pro and the V2, and there's a bunch of different printers out there that I want to experiment with. But as of right now, I'm going to be messing around with the Artillery a little bit and see what I can and can't do with it, and kind of learn as I go. And I'll be putting it here. I'll be putting a bunch of content on the channel. So if you have any questions, or if I'm doing something wrong, mind you guys, I've been doing this for about a year, so I don't really know a lot of things. So if I'm doing something wrong, if you see me doing something wrong, or if you want to point something out that I could be doing better, or if you have your own opinion on like a slicer profile or something like this, by all means, leave it in the comments. I'm open to criticism, and that's what I'm here for. So, you know, if you have any questions that I can answer, leave them in the comments. If I have some questions, I'll post them here. If you guys want to answer them, that'd be great. But in the meantime, so far so good on this, and I'll keep you posted on how the print goes. All right, so as you can see, it's done, and just like that, it comes up. So obviously the printer's brand new, so I don't think I'm really gonna have any adhesion issues right from the get-go. But I'm gonna actually research to see what I can put once the adhesion starts leaving the table. So for instance, on my Ender 3, I noticed that after a while, the plate that I was using stopped losing adhesion, and I started using glue sticks, and that's what I keep everything down. But on the Ender 3, I can remove this little build plate here, and voila, just like that. I can clean this off and whatnot. I don't have that available on the Artillery just yet. So I'm gonna figure out what other people are using and what I can use. I've heard hairspray, I've heard a lot of things. I just wanna make something that's easy to clean, just like that is. So I heat that up, some isopropyl alcohol, and it's ready to go. So I just want you guys to see the quality that it's doing. It's actually really, really good quality. I mean, this is probably one of the nicest cubes that I've printed out. I mean, if you look at that first layer, it dropped perfectly. No stringing or anything like that. It actually came out really, really good. So, I don't know if I was putting it in there for you guys. There we go. So as you can see, I mean, the quality is it's just exceptional. I'm very, very happy with this first print. I'm gonna try it on something a little bit bigger, maybe like a helmet, or maybe I'll work my way up there. But I'm gonna do something a little bit bigger, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys the quality on that, and we'll take it from there. All right, so I went ahead and printed out something big so you can see the quality, and I have this Captain America shield that I printed here. So this is actually really nice. It came out in like this silver color. One of the things that I did have kind of an issue with after like 1 or 2 prints was adhesion, but I fixed that with a PEI sheet, which I recommend you get whether you have adhesion issues or not, because it honestly leaves like this beautiful sheen, like this glass finish on the bottom. So it's really, really nice. And it kind of becomes like your new build plate because it like 3M sticks to the bed plate. And I definitely recommend it. Other than that, the only other issue I had was the filament runout sensor, which is this one right here. Malfunctioned, and it was acting like if it ran out of filament, even though I had a whole spool there. I quickly emailed them. They sent me over a brand new one. They said that they updated the technology on it. So they had it, after that, it's given me zero issues. So I definitely recommend it. I actually think I'm going to be purchasing another one. It's either between that or CRT V2. I'm sorry, a CR10 V2 or this one. But I really like this one. It has a power save mode. So I I tripped the breaker, or I turned off the breaker for a dining room light that I was installing. And for whatever reason, that light is connected to this wall, and this wall is where I have my printer plugged in. So it turned off the print. I was in the middle of about a 3-day print on a customer build. I quickly switched the breaker back on, and it started right back up after I hit resume. So it picked up right where it left off, which was great. The enders don't have that, and I can't tell you how many prints have failed by me either knocking or accidentally turning them off, or running out of filament. So that's something that, you know, I love on this. Good, if the filament runs out, it stops the print, keeps the nozzle in the bed at the same temperature, allows you to change filament and then start right back up again, which is huge when you're printing on such a big machine. So that's definitely a plus. Quality, as you can see, I mean, the quality just comes out perfect. It has really smooth lines, and I swear by it. So I do a lot of my big builds on that. I do almost all my big builds on that, and I'm going to be printing most of my suit on that and all of the new shield on that. So I definitely recommend it. Again, I'm not sponsored by Artillery. They don't pay me anything to say any of this stuff. It's just my personal experience. I have no horse in the game, in the race, but it's just a really great printer in my opinion. So yeah, so there's plenty other printers out there that I'm going to be reviewing as I purchase them, but this is the one that I have as of now. So yeah, so if you liked the video, if you found it informative, if you have an Artillery, put it in the comment section below. Give me a like and a follow. I'd love to get my videos out there to as many people as possible. I want to try to help everybody, you know, through their 3D printing journey, take you guys on mine, and, you know, share knowledge. If you guys have something that you've done differently and you want to add it, leave it in the comment section. I plan on responding to everybody. I know that, you know, the bigger the channel gets, the harder that's going to be, but as of right now, it's not big at all. So I'll be answering all of the comments and concerns in the comment section. And no matter how big I get, I'm going to try to do as much as I can to keep in contact with you guys, and answer any questions that you may have, and take any suggestions. If there's something that you want me to print, if there's something about 3D printing that you want me to make a video about, I'm going to be doing videos on how to get into 3D printing, how to level your machine, what type of filament to use, what type of machine to start off with, you know, the do's and the don'ts, and things that I've gone through that I wish somebody had told me, that I can then pass that knowledge on to you guys. So that's what I'm here for. It's hobby, but I want to be informative and kind of teach you guys and go over everything and learn from you as you learn from me. So until next time, you guys take care.